Yes.
Hello, this is Andy, Hobo Traveler in Cape Coast, Ghana. I'm at the fort of, I forget the name of it, but it's basically a slave fort here in Cape Coast. It's one of the primary tourist attractions in West Africa, in the central part, Togo, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire area. Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger. Those 4 or 5 countries. This is one of the main tourist attractions. They're kind of separated by Liberia because people won't travel across it, and Nigeria because they won't travel across that. But we're here at the fort. I'm going to make a video and take a bunch of photos if they allow me. I'm hoping they can. This is Andy, Hobo Traveler in Cape Coast, Ghana. Can you hit the red button?
You are warmly welcome to the historic Cape Coast Castle. My name is Pakwesi Obin. I'm going to be your tour guide. We are going to visit some of the interesting places of the castle, like the male slave dungeon. When we come out, we'll talk about the graves. We'll move up there to where we have the cannons and the cannonballs. Down there to the female slave dungeons of no return. We'll come to the door of return to the condemned cell. When we come out and we're not condemned, we'll take some few minutes to go upstairs to see the slave markets, Fort Williams, Fort Victoria, Governor's Bedman Hall. You finally come down and reach the plug-in to conclude the tour. So once again, you are welcome. For you to feel the condition in the dungeon, because in those days. So we are now standing on the soil, mixed with blood, vomit, feces, decomposed body and others. Our forefathers has covered the whole floor. We are standing right on top of it. And there's the big man, big eye, big ear, covered in front of the church building. See the thickness of the walls here. The walls here, very, very thick. No cement, no iron rods. Cheap African labor, they built these walls. Meaning we Africans crack stones, carry water. Alright. Alright. We're in the last and the 5th chamber. Also about 200 male slaves. 200. But you can all see this room is naturally brighter than the remaining 4 because of the whole here. They created this one here because this room was called sorting room. Sorting, baking out. Many merchants bought slaves and they all kept them in the same dungeon. Due to that, many of the slaves were branded. Branded instruments, iron. And the name or initials or number of the merchant of the slave master will be on the iron, like JSS, John Smith slave. The iron will be put in fire to red hot. Palm oil will be rubbed here, here, or here. Then the hot iron will be scorched there. So after they saw the number or the initials will be on the body. So the slaves are about to be taken away, transported. They sorted them out and counted them according to the marks. That is why they created this one here for more light to be able to see or read the branding marks on the slaves. And during the sorting, the weaker ones were temporarily pushed to the small room here. And those survived became the domestic slaves working in the castle, cooking, fetching water, fetching firewood, healing the wounds of the slaves with local herbs. Of the castle. We are in the courtyard of the castle, triangular courtyard. And it also served as a graveyard or cemetery. They buried many dead bodies here, mainly Europeans. But when they excavated this place, some of the graves were not having marks or writings on them. So they couldn't identify those buried in those ones like this one here. They identified these 4. Now out of the 4, we have only black grave, only black man buried within the courtyard. And the person was Philip Kweku, PQ. You're from Cape Coast here.
Hey!
1
What he was just explaining is that there's a dungeon over here on the left, and they would walk down a tunnel all the way to this entrance, which is then where the boats would be at.
All right. Door closing. Cannot come to get Costa without seeing this door. Last exit point for the slaves. So the slaves passed through this door and never came back. They passed through this door and they said bye-bye to Mother Ghana, Mother Africa. And the moment they passed through this door, they lost everything. They lost their names, culture, families, religion, languages, and they even lost their dignities as human beings. Many of them died, and those survived in the dungeons here passed through this door and they went away. Why many of them died? Because capturing the slaves. Some of them died. Coming to the castles, they walked. Wild animals, snakes, some of them fell into pits. Those who became weak, soldiers intentionally killed them to serve as an example to the others. In the dungeons, some of them died. On their way going, some of them preferred committing suicide to going to unknown destinations to suffer. So on the boats, on the canoes, some of them decided to jump into the sea. And they were chained together, my leg on your leg, on her leg in the other. So if I decide to jump into the sea, if you don't take care, you are all going to follow me. And during the journey to the Caribbean, the West Indies, the Americas and others, called the Middle Passage. The Middle Passage. Some of them died on the ships. And those who died on the ships were thrown overboard into the sea. Due to that, sharks, you know sharks, were following the ships, the floating coffins. And they fed on the dead bodies of the slaves. When there was food shortage on the ships, they trapped the same sharks to feed them. So the captives were eating each other's body indirectly. They raped the beautiful ones in the castles, and those who got pregnant on the ships were also thrown into the sea alive. Because no one will buy a pregnant slave should be a virgin. When they were tied on the ship, they gave them a dance. They licensed them to dance just to exercise the body. And it is estimated that about 2 million captives passed to this castle, to this door, 2 million. And about 12 million West Africans were sent down there. But none of them has been able to come out with the number of slaves who died. And searchers are saying, for every one slave who made the journey, who survived the journey down there, 4 of them died. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 here. I will survive and the 4 will die.
No, you can.
So about 20% made it, but 80% what died. So those who died were far, far more than those who survived.